Good afternoon and welcome to another ironic introduction to another video. It's the start of a new monthly event, and that means we've got an Uncollected event coming up right away. I'm going to jump in here. I'm running Captain Marvel with the Miss Marvel Kamala Khan synergy just to make this go a little bit faster, I hope. Don't see anything juicy here, so we'll dive straight through this beginning path. In like 10 or so minutes, my friend is going to call me. He's helping me set up Discord. I wanted to have him on the call while I run through this event, just because this event's kind of a little bit longer in general whenever I do these, and I always feel bad because it's not like I have sound set up or anything, so you end up just watching me kind of do nothing for 10 or 15 minutes before the fights get interesting. So I thought it'd be better if I have someone in the background that you can listen to and I can banter with. Plus, it's just more fun for me. Like, these first two quests especially are really dull in my opinion, because like you could honestly do these first two quests with like rank 3 and rank 4 stars fairly reliably. It's not until the 5th and 6th quest that you start to feel the power difference, most notably on the bosses. So bear with me at least now. He'll jump in and then he'll help me out with Discord. We'll manage the sound there the best we can, at least. So as always, I do apologize for any of that, but hopefully progression goes quick. I'm tired. Before, when I worked night shift, I didn't really care. I mean, I always thought it was weird that they did their updates on Wednesday afternoon, just because I think that's like a really weird time to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna put out new content on Wednesday. Like, who wakes up and is like, Wednesday, can't wait for new content today? I just feel like most people think differently than that. Like, Monday and Tuesday I can understand, right? It's the beginning of the week. You're pulling a lot of people who, right, like, you're still catering to the people who want to go out on the weekends and live normal lives and stuff. I can't relate. And you want to also still cater to the people who, are like gamers and hardcore gamers, and that's really what they look forward to. So I understand the Monday and the Tuesday content. I will never understand Wednesday content. It just seems weird to me. But maybe that's just a small complaint on my part, and I'm biased, right? I just got out of class. I worked an extra long day. Well, I mean, I guess they still hit me, right? I still came home and started playing the game. So I'm a bad example, though. My priorities are not lined up properly. Oh, God, my arms. Whew. I'm a little nervous about this event, because I don't really, I know a little bit about what Vision and Black Widow do. Like, I'm aware that Vision has like a frostbite thing going on with some armor break. And I know that Claire is going to be supposedly at least suicide mastery friendly. But beyond that, I don't really know much about the two enemy bosses here. So I'm expecting that if she cycles through immunities, that she'll probably have one of those nodes where it's just like, if this champion were to receive a bleed or a debuff that they're immune to, I forget what it's called, but where it's like, if they receive a debuff that they're immune to, they gain like power gain or something. So I would expect that on Claire. And then for Vision, let's see, I would expect, well, he's gonna place armor breaks, right? So it'll probably be power gain, if I had to guess. It'll probably be power gain, spite, and right, like one more node. No, so maybe not power gain and smite. So maybe oscillate, right? We didn't have oscillate yet, so we'll probably be the oscillate, spite, and like improved armor break or something weird, right? Like something, semi-related. Wow, that was really punishing. Okay, one second. Let me shut up and play the game. Oh, I was not paying attention and I got absolutely obliterated. That was not good. I like fell asleep during that. Do I have to restart? Oh, this is the boss. That's why. I'm like, this is the first quest. What's going on? I mean, besides me playing really poorly. Okay. So we have Ghost still. Still have Ghost, still have Deadpool X-Force. Don't really need the Kamala Khan. But, you know, she might do some damage. Ooh, I'm bad. I actually didn't want to gain that little bit of power there. Sadness. That's gonna bite me. Whew. You guys are watching a really, really, really bad start. Really, really, really bad start. Is it limber or something? Okay, but it's over now. Bear with me real quick. Bear with me real quick. Momentary pause, technical difficulties, the Air Force. Yes, please. Coming back. Sorry about that. Life happened there. But we'll move right on to the next quest. This time, let's do something smart. So the boss is Joe Fixit. So when I get to Joe Fixit, I know I have to start trying. You know, I think it's cute when they do these, like, little designs and stuff, but I'm also not a fan. Like, there's no technical difference between just splitting these up into 4 paths and doing like a linear progression. So I don't see any need to do it like this, but it looks cool. I feel like anytime they spend potentially mapping these paths to look cooler, they could just spend doing literally anything else. But that's just me. I need to wake up. This might be a bad time to... Whew. That's not a Snapple promotion. That's just water with grapes in it. Okay. I cannot be playing like this when I get to the next couple chapters. These fights are going to eat me alive. Like, I'm lucky I have a stacked roster I can pay half attention, but I really got to get my head in the game. Right, if I underestimate these, I might end up having to use potions when I shouldn't have to. Okay. Whew. I have the materials to rank 5 Captain Marvel, and I know she deserves it. Part of me is still hoping for like Ghost or Mega Red, and part of me is still considering Ghost Rider. I'm not gonna lie, like that's crossed my mind quite a few times. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's set desk put audio all the way down there. That's the end of that fight. God, Clairvoyant looks like a badass. It's too bad I won't be able to get her. This Nick Fury fight will be a pain. We don't want to bring Captain Marvel. Okay. Oh, well, I got a little bit out of it. Okay, that could have been worse. And now I got that Nick Fury fight out of the way. That Nick Fury fight's probably going to give a lot of people a lot of trouble. Yeah. Small tip for Nick Fury, don't bring an Avenger. Make your time a little bit worse. Power Drain's really good for him. Bait the special. I personally prefer to bait the special 2. If you're gonna bait the special 1, block the second portion of it. Get really good at intercepting. And bring a bleed immune champion for less punishment if you're into that. Okay. Captain Marvel, FTW. Yeah. 100% I should rank 5 Captain Marvel. I know it. I know it's true. Okay, this time around though, I am gonna bring in a extra champion here. So this one is gonna be, there's a Scarlet Witch. So we want specifically poison immunity. which I don't have. That's a drag. Oh. F it. We'll just take a lot of poison damage with the thing. If it comes down to it. Man, this is a lot longer than 10 minutes, JP. I am so grateful for your help in IT support, but man, you're really living up to the IT support name. Nothing good. Man, 3 quests, no items. Game does not like me. What is this? Name or path? Oh, man. We're taking this one. We're knocking this one out today. F that noise. And that's a chaos node. Just got to get to 1 special 2 with Ghost. Maybe even a special 1, to be honest. Something you don't see. Like, I've watched a couple Ghost guides, and none of them talk about, like, not abusing, like, how to play her without the Wasp synergy. Everybody's like, use the Wasp synergy, use the Wasp synergy. And, like, I don't know, I just feel like it's not necessary. It's just me. Like, for War, of course you use Wasp synergy, right? What in War, I find that it's all about consistency, right? You want to bring the team that will offer you consistent gains and safety, and you don't want to do any kind of mistakes, right? And I don't fault that kind of playstyle in War because every death is really important. But, like, in questing, when, like, you can afford to, you know, die here or there, to be honest, I just feel like the Wasp synergy, if you have a 5-star Wasp or a 6-star Wasp, obviously that's different. Wasp is an amazing champion. But if you're like me and all you've got is a 3-star Wasp, like, there has to be a really compelling reason to bring that Wasp synergy. Or if you're doing a Legends run, Wasp synergy. Like, I'm not saying the synergy is overrated. I just think that it's often spoken of, like, you can't land that special 2 super consistently elsewise, and you totally can. Let's knock it down. Absolutely not. Good round. Let's see, any change? That's a negative. I hate chaos nodes. That's why I'm trying to get this out of the way, so that when I do eventually come back to this quest, like 3 weeks from now, no, that's not wrong, right? I'll slowly chip away at this quest over the next couple of weeks, but that way when I do get around to doing it, I don't have to worry about this chaos node, because I absolutely hate chaos nodes. I've gotten lucky so far, but chaos has a way of, like, doing some really frustrating things where, like, it'll be like degeneration and then unstoppable and then degeneration and then unstoppable, and it's pain in the arse. So if we're filling the void, food science facts. I learned today about food science chemical properties of water and why freezing greens, like, freezing greens that are high in cellulose, I specifically say greens like vegetables, cellulose is one of the things that causes, you know, those vegetables to be green. it's part of the pigmentation process there. So things like green beans and peas and not so much broccoli, like the broccoli florets, but like the stalks of broccoli not so much, is because when you freeze them, they freeze like essentially like think of blankets. You stack a whole bunch of blankets on top of each other, and like if let's say blankets didn't absorb water, just for like this example, you stack a whole bunch on top of each other and not a lot of water can get through. So when you freeze them and then you thaw them out, any water that did get through, the blankets will drop down a little bit, but not a lot. But things like meats and stuff, those freeze in like awkward shapes, and a lot of water gets through. So like if you have like, let's say like a meat protein shapes out like this, and the water freezes in between it, and then the water leaves because you thaw it out, and then it collapses, and that causes your meat to kind of lose a lot of its qualities. Ooh, the spike nodes on Scarlet Witch. So because of that, it's just kind of an interesting reason for food chemistry. I don't know. Maybe it's just me talking to talk, but I love that stuff. Twice in one fight, I got the special 2 intercept off. And a lot of that is understanding AI aggression and proper resetting and like just like the way the AI works. But part of it is just you don't need Wasp. Like if they're not holding block, Wasp doesn't do anything for you. Damn, that's gonna be annoying. Let's take this Spider-Man path out. Just because that path is going to drive me nuts in the future. The vision looks stupid. There, I said it. I held it in for a really long time, but I had to say, someone had to say it. We didn't need another vision. And the Black Widow isn't the same character, so that doesn't count. Neat. Let me call. Ooh, let's turn that down. How do I do that?
Yo, I'm back.
Yo, hold on 1 second. Settings, audio output. Do you know how to lower the sound from Facebook calls?
No.
No? I'm gonna do it from the value.
Oh, yeah.
How?
Top right corner settings. You're on your phone, aren't you?
No, I'm on the computer.
Oh. Actually, wait. Never mind. I thought that was something different.
Yeah, nothing in there, huh?
That's weird.
Yeah. Say something now?
Something now.
That'll do. Say something now?
Something now.
That'll do. Okay. Yeah, dude, I'm still making that video, but go ahead and you got any help for me?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Looking at this, your Discord's doing something odd.
Ugh,
I know it's not helpful.
it's not helpful. You've offered me no help. You think I should just uninstall?
I mean, honestly, uninstall, reinstall Discord is an option. It's not that large of a program.
No, not at all. And it saves everything, right?
On your account, it does, yes. So if you have it
but
saved
I have
to
to re-log into the program.
which will require authentication using your authenticator on your phone.
If I didn't do that, will it still?
If you don't have an authenticator,
Huh?
try logging in your browser then,
Okay.
and see if it forces you to authenticate.
Whoa! It's letting me do a different thing here now. Oh, it's forced. Please claim your account to use this desktop app. What? Discord, why you do this to me? I don't know which one of my 3 emails. I have like 5 emails. Not like 5 emails. I have 5 emails.
That's a lot of emails, my dude. Maybe, but I guess I have 3, which is kind of weird.
It says, please claim your account. And it's like, this email is already registered. And I'm like, I know it's already registered because this is my email.
So if that's the case, then what it's doing is it might be locking you out yet because you haven't 2-step verified. Because I think they were forcing that a while back.
So what do I do?
Like claim the account?
Yeah, how do I do that?
Does it not give you an option to like send an email or something?
No. It just straight up says, this account has already been claimed. Oh, and let me in this time. Can I call you on Discord?
Sure.
Love it. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Try now.
I can hear you.
Holy Christ. Say something now.
That bad?
I went to turn you up because I couldn't hear you. And then I had you on max.
That was a mistake.
I can get my evoker now.
Hey, congrats!
But I'm not going to.
Why?
Because I'm instead going to, I'm waiting to get the light Astra I need naturally.
What do you mean?
So I am 3 light Astra shy, and I could buy them, and I'm not going to.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Just because, screw that.
Well, see you again in 2 months.
Yeah, but I'm also at like 340 draw tickets.
Oh shit, so you have a fucking full spark waiting.
Yeah, I have a little more than a full spark. Also, you're on video.
Oh. I am?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, you suck.
I'm sorry, I what?
What the heck was that?
That was suck.
Are you... Oh, is that your soundboard?
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I had one.
I got it hard set up with Lucas yesterday. We figured out how to code in the hotkeys. So we actually had to like fucking take code bits to build a macro board.
Isn't it expensive?
Free.
Dang.
And it's through Voicemeeter, which is arguably a software you should have installed if you ever plan on streaming.
Why?
Because you know OBS allows you to bring in a bunch of different streams together, video-wise, to make your stream. Voicemeeter is basically a digital switchboard for audio. So mine is set up right now where I have my system audio, but my Discord audio is completely stripped from my system audio. So that way if I stream anything, it's not streaming Discord unless I want it to.
Huh.
And it's not like manually like going in and like, oh well, I'm gonna mute Discord and then I can't hear my stream and then no one can hear it. I could set it up so I can hear my stream but no one else can when I'm video streaming.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
Yeah, it's a setup, and that's coming from me.
What do you mean a setup? Like it takes a long time?
Well, it basically what it would entail is me calling you on Facebook and then telling you change this, change this, change this, click that, and then explaining to you what we just did.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work.
So, yeah, no, it's a good amount, especially if it decides that it wants to be finicky for some reason. Like, Lucas, do you unplug your headset often?
All the time.
Would you like it if you didn't have to unplug your headset, but click 2 buttons instead?
What do you mean?
So, the way... actually, I'm in a call with you. I'll just screen share real quick.
Yeah, you need to give me a moment to catch up to you on that, though.
No problem.
Whew. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you see the little thingy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically these 3 columns are 3 separate microphone inputs, and then over here, A1 through 3 are outputs. So I could literally just click this, and now all of my internal audio is playing through my speakers on my computer. Now if I do that, now it's playing only through my headset. So it's very quick swap for like audio, which I like personally. I also like that I have hotkeyed all of these macros and all of our soundboard bits.
Right, so the problem I have with the reason I disconnect my headphone jack is because of USB ports.
Oh, so you don't disconnect it just because you want to switch audio. You disconnect it because you disconnect it.
Oh, I'm dead. That sucks. Yeah, I just don't have enough. I need like 3 more USB ports.
Okay, so you'd have the Lucas problem where even if you got this set up, you'd have to go in, click, and then re-click the microphone each time you plug it back in.
Yeah, I mean,
so
that looks like
a bit of a pain.
Sweet setup, but there's definitely a lot of buttons there, and I'm not interested in doing all the clicking that would require.
Yeah, that's fair. It's super nice, though. Like, just...
Is it free?
I have... Oh, yeah, totally.
That's a free program?
Oh, yeah, and this isn't even the best version. Like, let me just load this real quick. So this is the base version. It's just voice meter. You have 2 inputs and 2 outputs and only 1 virtual channel. It's tiny. But then you get banana, which is what I have, which is 3 and 3. And then you get hell, which is potato.
Yeah.
I refuse to install potato. I want to, but holy fuck do I not want to.
Is it just someone making their... It's probably because they're trying to get it sold.
They have it's donateware, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, like... And then, like, one thing is, like... So you know what a virtual audio cable is?
I do.
I'm gonna take it as a note. Oh, you do?
Yes. Sorry, I'm
okay.
Kind of multitasking.
Yeah, I know you're multitasking. So you get 1 free virtual audio cable with download, but if you donate, you can get up to 5.
Okay. That makes sense.
And, like, you could probably donate like $1 if you really wanted to be that guy. Like, I don't know. I just like it. Are you still streaming?
Yeah, I'm running content and getting my butt kicked.
Okay, because then I won't show you my favorite macro because it's very loud and very long. It's specifically to piss off Igor.
Why? What's the noise it makes?
The entire song of Otoko Uta, the song that the Ebisu ship sings in Grand Blue. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's so annoying.
The fucking entire song.
Why would you do that to someone?
I have it macroed to control numpad 6 because it's glorious. I also have the JoJo theme for the season and the Tuturu.
You don't think
I enjoy this.
That just makes you a terrible person. Oh, I'm gonna die!
A little bit.
3%. This Diablo is gonna give people trouble. Not me. Didn't give me any trouble at all.
Doesn't sound like it.
On the first try through. Well, to be fair, I've been looking at your program for half this thing.
Oof.
It's a pretty good program.
Can I pull your eyes away to show you something disgusting real quick?
Yes.
So you see those buttons?
Yeah.
I can have that many.
Oh, that's terrifying.
It is, and instead of like a link, you straight up have to put in code. What, your game froze?
Yeah.
Oh no. But yeah, no, you straight up have to code these fucking macros, my dude.
Okay, so this next one I can't bring Ghost to. Yeah, I wanted to have you on the call because these quests are like really long. And it's nice to have someone on the call with you.
I feel that solo content can become very
painful,
drudging, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, I'm tagging out Ghost here for Symbiote Supreme. Just because I know Ghost is going to get passive armor breaks, and that's going to be a bad time. Whew. But also because I have a sneaking suspicion. I mean, if I say it only because if it were me, this is what I would do. But if I was watching my content, I would just mute it. And then,
oof.
I'm just saying. It's not like I talk a lot, you know?
To be fair, the only like mobile game streamer I've ever watched is Mantastic.
Yeah.
For Puzzles and Dragons.
Oh, but he's a riot.
And like, he really is. Like him and Pancake are hysterical.
Yeah, I don't even play anymore, and I still pop on to watch a video of his every once in a while.
Same.
The guy's just a good time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
he seems to be doing better too. Like he's been in better moods than he was like a year ago when I was playing Pad.
I get the sense that there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
So. But like people like him, and then like there's this player named Idealist who is a YouTube creator. He left the community, but players like him and just like their outlook and mindsets on the game really like affected like as I like. Because like I used to make all kinds of content, even like negative content. Not so much negative, so much as like critical. And I've been really trying to steer away from the critical content, just because like listening to those players, and they do a lot of hyping and optimistic point of views. And like it's not that they don't see negatives and flaws in the games, you know, they're still critical. They just don't focus on it, you know. And it's really like made me be like, that's how I want to be, you know, like, because I
hate information you want to talk about, but you don't want to just sit there harping on the shit that like, well, this is not going to work, and well, this isn't very like you want to have a more optimistic outlook on it, kind of deal.
Well, more like there are times when you can do something about it, and then there are times when you can't do anything about it. So like, it's one thing to like. It's one thing to be like, hey, this is a bug, please fix, you know, and I'm letting other players know this is a bug, watch out, right? And it's another thing to be like, this game sucks, I never want to play this game again, blah, blah, blah.
Ah, so you mean literally every Grand Blue player when it comes to the Astra account.
I mean, like, you're not wrong. Oh.
God, I've been on those arguments like twice, and I don't want to go back.
Both of these paths look miserable.
And just one person loses it. Oh.
What do I do? We're going to take
the third path?
No, it's two paths, and they both look miserable.
Ooh.
Ugh, gross. Yeah, in the Grand Blue Fantasy, people like, and like a lot of people in Grand Blue Fantasy complain about the grind, and I'm like, the game's nickname is Grind Blue Fantasy.
You're literally playing it for the grind. Like, as much as I complain about the grind constantly, I'm aware I do that, but I complain about everything, and half the time when I'm complaining, it means I like it, but I'm annoyed by it.
Right, and I give you a little bit of leeway, you know, but even then I kind of roll my eyes, and but I'll call you out on it. I'll be like, you know, but also like, that's the reason why I stopped playing Grand Blue Fantasy a lot lately, is because I'm like, I'm done with the grind, you know, I don't.
Mm-hmm. That's
And
fair. Honestly, it's fair. Eventually, like you need a break for a good while after it, especially with you and the Astros recently. Like,
well, the
'cause every
Astros.
time I've seen you and Brandon in the last few months in the same room, it's like, oh, how's your Astro farming going? And you just look like you want to kill someone.
Well, like,
and I'm like, ah.
I had more Astros than Brandon when we started off, you know, and I started going for my Eternal before he did, and like, just, and like, it's not like I did it. I wasn't grabbing all the resources I could, you know. You knew how hard I was grinding. It's just,
oh yeah,
Light Lords, man. So, but like, you know, that negative energy made me want to stop playing, and I did. I mean, I still play.
I feel like it's one of those games that it's going to be a while, but it's going to be like a slow death for you. It's not going to be like, I'm done now.
No, I think it'll be more of a break and then a comeback, you know? Part of it is just that, like, there's no content for me to look forward to, you know?
Oh, have you already cleared Lucilia's high level and all that?
No, but I don't think that's fun. I believe in progression curves and power scaling, and when it's so difficult that people either have to cheese or space whale, I don't want to play, you know, like.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Like, Ultimate Bahamut High Level, it wasn't like, oh, you have to be a whale to play. Like, that's why Light was one of the most popular elements for endgame players for a long time, was because, hold on, I'm getting my butt kicked by a Korg.
God bless it.
Yeah, sorry. This fight was absolutely brutal. Please be over. Cool. Ubaha High Level, for example, it was hard, and it took people a long time to clear, but, like, I just feel like it wasn't as memey, you know? Lucilia's High Level just feels like a meme, is all. That's how I feel about that. I don't know.
That's fair. I'm really curious to see what those raids actually feel like, because the highest thing that I've actually run is the Primarchs, or the 4 Primarchs.
That's the highest you've gone?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, you're missing out on so much content, dude.
Like, well, what's higher than the 4 Primarchs?
Soloing? Ubaha High Level? Akasha? Oh, wait, do you mean the 4 Primax marks the new raid? Like, all 4? Oh.
Yeah. I can't do that, by the way. I do, like, 7% with my water team.
I would say Akasha, Ubaha High Level, maybe Bahamut Impossible, Proto Bahamut. The 4 Primarchs raid isn't that an 18-man? Isn't that an easy raid?
I don't know. It's not easy to me. I keep placing 14 by leeching, and I'm like,
yeah,
well,
but you can leech it. See, any raid that you can leech.
Yeah, but it's an 18-man, and I feel kind of dirty leeching it.
Yeah, you are dirty for leeching it.
But like, I'm not placing 18. I'm actually placing 14, which to me means I'm helping. If I was placing like 15 or farther back, I would be.
But being 14th is like being 23rd. Whoa! Hold on here. Limber, enhanced armor break, enhanced energy attacks. Look. Wow, that's a bad time. Okay. We're gonna go get wrecked real quick. Hold on, I'm on a boss fight.
Have fun. Don't die too quick.
can I not dex that? Whew. The good news is I'm getting wrecked. I mean, the good news is that I'm doing damage despite getting wrecked. Sorry.
Okay.
The bad news is I forgot to read the champion's abilities.
Oh my. That's not a good start you got there, Jay.
So, but I still managed to one-shot him, so that was good.
I really don't understand
how
power works in that game.
What do you mean?
Well, how did you or is your team just that good that, like...
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little stacked.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not like it's still hard. But yeah, I'm no longer like I got called out. I'm not allowed to put the amateur tag in my content anymore.
That's kind of great.
People didn't like it. They were like, "You're not an amateur." I don't know if they didn't like it or if they were trying to be nice and like tell me I'm not an amateur anymore. But they were like, "You're not an amateur anymore," and I'm like, "You know what? You're right. I'm not." So I've just stopped labeling it that. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not wrong. So, what were you talking about? Something more important, right?
Oh, well, I was going to mention one other thing that you might find kind of amusing about that software.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So not only can you program those hotkeys to shortcuts, or like, you know, like I have control numpad for everything, you can also map it to a MIDI.
Nice.
And you can also map it to a controller.
Well, you can map everything to a controller.
Oh, true, but like, I mean, it'd be kind of amusing to plug in an Xbox controller and just map a bunch of memes to every button. Like, I personally, like, I wouldn't go through the effort, I don't think, but I find it real amusing.
Hold on, this guy won't use his bloody special. There we go. Thank you. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, it's all good.
Makes the game hard. But then you have to keep a controller on and next to your computer all the time.
True, and that would be a pain. But like the fact, there's I counted, there's 80 programmable macros, and you can, well, I guess technically there's an infinite number because you could macro one of the macros to open a saved macro template.
Yeah, so that's how Final Fantasy XIV works.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you press and hold L bumper. So like all 8 buttons are an option, right? And then you press and hold a bumper, and that will open up a new set of 8 macros. And then you press and hold right bumper, and that's a new set of macros. And when you press and hold both, that's a new set of macros. And that way you get 32, right?
Okay.
Right? 8 by 4, 32.
Oh, I'm not doing math. I'm assuming your math is adding up, but the concept sounds like a nice implementation for a controller.
Okay.
For a game.
And it works really great for characters that don't need to that can just target one enemy, right? And like the game is simple enough that like it's okay, but like some people need to be able to switch between people like allies, so mostly healers and tanks.
Yeah. Because like attack, you don't really need to hot swap between enemies that often.
Right, and you just need, so essentially you just have a macro. You have one button for target closest, right? Mm-hmm. I'm triple tasking right now. This is terrible.
That sounds awful.
I'm trying to get my raids in on Grand Blue Fantasy. I feel so bad for the people. Listen, if you're watching my content, either listen to me talk to my friend or mute me and listen to some music like you always do. Look, it's so much more interesting for me, and I have such a limited, like before when I didn't have a limited amount of time, I could sit down, I could hammer out this content, and I could do it in relative silence because that's how I played. But I'm not gonna lie, it's not as fun. Like, so it's not like I'm pausing the game repeatedly, you know. I'm running my raids and playing one-handed.
God, that just sounds awful.
I
have a hard enough time multitasking with Granblue and Netflix.
Well, I mean, obviously, like raids, and I've been pausing in on the conversation, right? So like, it's not like I'm perfectly multitasking. It's more like multi-threading. Dude, I think understanding the way computers work makes explaining multitasking to people a lot easier, you know?
Yeah, no, I could definitely agree with that.
Because like even humans don't.
Usually they hear the word multitasking and you're like, they think you're just doing it all at the same time, all of it, and it's like, no, you're just hopping back and forth real quick.
Yeah, I mean, even a drummer is kind of doing all four, right? Like at separate intervals. Don't you think?
I can attest because I've tried playing the drums, and not a single bit of me was able to hold more than one beat at the same time. So I don't know if it's one of those things where you're just naturally able to hold rhythm in like simultaneously, or if it is, as you say, just hopping back and forth.
Yeah, so I can't do 2 beats with my feet. That's where I've always struggled.
Oh, so you'd only be able to do like single. Well, actually, you'd have to do like either just bass or just snare. Or not snare, hi-hat? Whatever the cymbal one is that claps when you step on the pedal.
Yes, that. That's the trouble I've always had. I don't know. A lot of respect for drummers. They are the exception. Mm-hmm. They're probably legitimate multitaskers.
Drummers impress the shit out of me.
Yeah. They don't get as much credit as they deserve. Like the pro ones, the best ones do. But
Neil Peart got some pretty good recognition.
Who did?
Neil Peart. The drummer for Rush.
Oh yeah.
By the way, do you want to be upset with a really stupid fact about Rush?
Go for it.
I heard this when I was on my... Well, actually, I Googled it when I was hopping on the plane to go to Toronto with Randall. So you know the song YYZ by Rush?
Yes.
If not... Okay, yeah, the full instrumental one. So, do you know why it's called YYZ or anything about it, other than the fact that the song exists?
No.
The Pearson International Airport in Toronto's moniker, the 3-letter airport moniker, is YYZ.
Ha!
And the entire freaking song is done in a time signature that imitates the Morse code of YYZ being broadcast.
That's freaking hilarious.
Because their reasoning was like, well, it's our home airport, and nothing is as great as you're finally coming home to that wonderful place.
Yeah.
And then you hear the sound of the Morse code saying that we're near the airport. And so they just took the beat and ran with it and made an entire instrumental song.
Oh, goodness.
So the song is literally their home airport in Morse code. That's the time signature for the whole thing. Which I find to be the proggiest thing I think I've ever heard.
That's hilarious. I can appreciate that, though.
Yeah, like, I read that, and then I immediately downloaded the song to my phone before I had to put on airplane mode.
Bear with me. I gotta be nice to the viewers for a second here. So, this is the final fight. Last boss, Claire. So they got her with aggressive, 100% increased debuffs. She's stun immune. Every 3 seconds gains a clairvoyant charge. Curse of Death. When she reaches 20 clairvoyance charges, immediately removed and replaced with Death Touch, lasting indefinitely. Death Touch is not affected by ability or accuracy, can only stack 1 time. 40% bleed, increased effectiveness. What? When receiving damage that would knock her out, Death Touch is removed. Instead, Claire gains a death immunity buff, preventing death and healing 25% of her max health over 4 seconds. Wow, at SIG 200? That's not amazing. I mean, it's going to be really frustrating to play against. Charges, curses, rotate curses, damage. Awesome. Let's F her up. You can feel free to talk if you want, JB. I might just be slow to respond. I'm on the final boss, you know? You know how it is.
That's all good. Stay in Discord chat. I will be back in a few minutes. If you don't leave, I can just join back in at any time.
Sounds good. Whew. Oh, and you can't punish the special one. Okay. That's going to be a drag. Wow. This is not going to be fun. Let's try Deadpool X-Force real quick. So I was able to dodge the special one. It was intuitive. So that's good to know. Okay, you can punish it. You just got to be quick. Oh my god, that was so cool! Oh, that was awesome! That is such a cool special too. Oh, I wish I got her. Oh, I want her so bad. I was a little busy admiring her abilities, I'm not gonna lie. I could do without the laugh, but that was cool too. Wow, okay, I have to read what those specials do real quick. No special one effect, okay. Buff immunity, grants active curse, special 3, big boosted damage. Wow, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the damage numbers on her. Just see how good they look. Whew, and that is Clairvoyant. Oh, she was so cool. That was awesome. Let's see, I think... Man. Just shy of that 6-star. Let me see if I can go fish out. Whoa, they amped that up a little bit. It was always 10 energy refills. No, because it wasn't always 5,000 5-star shards. But $200 for that is not a good deal. Gotta ramp that up a little bit. They gotta put 6-star shards in there for that to be worth it ever for players. Should be able to go fish out 600 5-star shards, I think. So let's start by claiming my crystals. Bum, 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 bum. Gotta celebrate, right? I think I have a max sig crystal around here somewhere. Did I already open it? There it is. So this is one. Pop that open. I think I need 2 more. Damn, that sucks. So let's pop open 2 4-stars here. There we go. Go into 1 here. Wow! That's awesome! I already have him, which is great. And getting that SIG ability up is solid. I meant to see what that brought him up to, so I'm going to have to go check after all of this. But that was awesome. I'll take another blade. Dupe him up. Give me a dupe here, please. I'll take a guillotine dupe. I'm okay with that. I don't really care what her SIG ability is at, though. 79. Okay, cool. So I have her set up good. Will this tell me? No. Awesome. So we get 1 more 5-star crystal here. That's a good time. We're looking for something good. Always looking for something good. As if you would ever look for anything different. Here we go. Give me something good. Well, he's technically a good person. Oh, that's how that goes. Bear with me. I'm going to disconnect this real quick. I'm going to take this opportunity. I have 2 more crystal openings here I need to tack on at the end. So these ones I did a really long time ago. So here, I believe I was also fishing for a 5-star. And I was like in a rush. I think I was on lunch break at work. You know, my impatience. Iron Fist dupe is pretty good. Actually, don't remember what I got in this one. So that was a good time. I'm down for Mystic ISO, especially when I think I might be ranking up Ghost Rider sometime soon. But also just like, I don't know, when I opened up these 4-stars, I either want an above God tier, a God tier, or a dupe. And I feel like everybody thinks that same way. Oh, nice. This is when I got my magic. Awesome. And that brought her up to SIG 59. So I do foresee myself bringing her up to max rank one day, just as utility. I think magic is getting phased out, but there's still a fight here or there where she's just an absolute just banger of a champ. And then Nebula, that's a good time too. So yeah, so that was 3 more 4-stars. I'll put a disclaimer in the description just kind of explaining what's going on here at the end, as well as a timestamp to anyone who only cares about the crystal opening. Yeah, so here, this is a crystal I opened, looks like a couple weeks ago, just because I was still level 58. I spun this one out, catch you up on where my roster's at, and this one was Loki. Right. I remember being okay with that one. Like, I'm more okay with a Loki than I am about the pull I just got, the Falcon, because at least Loki has value. And then this one, I think, was just a dungeon crystal. So, after the dungeons, towards the last set of dungeons, on the second day of dungeons, I got enough points to get this 5-star, and I popped this one open. I do remember this one. So I do this all the time. Like, I'm expecting it to be like Dungeon Crystal, right? Like, you bought the crystal in the dungeon store. So I always end up looking through here, and it's like, oh, it's at the top. Pass right over it. So I spin this one out. This one's a tease. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, good stuff. I'll take any of that. And then it's just like dead stops on Beast. But the nice thing about this is that Beast, his awakened ability makes him suicide friendly, and I have been testing him out. I brought him up to rank 2 just to see if I can't see the damage numbers a little bit more accurately. And I gotta say, at least when it comes to Arena, I kind of like the guy. And as far as mutants go, after Mr. Sinister, I might bring Beast up to rank 3. Just to kind of help me push those infinite streaks. That said, that's the Uncollected event. Sorry if you got annoyed with me mostly talking to my friend. I don't know. I enjoyed that. It made it a lot more fun for me. As always with these, if you don't like the content, you feel like I'm talking too much, you feel like I'm not talking enough about the game, feel free. This was just one example where I had someone on Discord. Also, it's a lot of really good practice, right? Like one day in the future, I would love to see myself being able to live stream this content. And I'd like to be able to interact with people via chat or via Discord or stuff like that. So if you're interested and you want to be the person that I talk to on Discord for stuff like that, reach out to me if you're available, roughly 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe we can work something out. We can hang out and talk, clear content together and stuff while I make videos. And it's just more interesting. It's really good to have someone to banter off of, to talk with, because the content's fun, but some of it's just really grindy, especially when you're doing that initial completion. That said, this video took longer than it thought it would. It always does, but I will talk to you later.